Hello everybody, I hope everybody's doing good today. I just wanted to come on here on my channel today to just briefly show how I make my green juices. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is get 4 ingredients at the supermarket, possibly 5. It really is based on your taste and what ingredients you like to incorporate and which ones you don't. So what I have here is celery. I'm gonna use a lot of celery. I have some ginger. This is really good, so it prevents you from getting sick. It really helps your immune system. Some cucumber. This is filled with tons of water, so water is so essential for the body. And of course, a green apple. So I also would typically add agave syrup. I don't add honey because I have heard it's not too good for your health. So I would recommend going with agave syrup, an organic one. This one is from Trader Joe's, but I'm not gonna add it in because I typically like my juices to taste really just natural. This will add sweetness to it if you don't like that natural taste, but this is optional. I used to use it before, but I no longer use it. Oh, I forgot my lemons. Let me go grab one. And you would need 1 lime as well. I completely forgot about this. It's very important to use this because if you don't use lime, it will just taste kind of nasty. And last but not least, I would use a scoop of Total Greens. This is from the brand called Monate, and this is just a super food mix of greens and fruits. I would typically add this, but because I am pregnant, it says here that this consult your physician prior to use if you are pregnant or nursing. So if you are pregnant or nursing, I would recommend to ask your physician just to see if it's okay to use. I'm not sure why it wouldn't be, but I'm just gonna bring it in to my next doctor's appointment just to show him and ask him if it's okay for me to use this. It just has a whole bunch of great ingredients, a lot of greens. Some of them are, let me just say them here: parsley leaf, parsley, wheatgrass, pineapple, broccoli, carrot, apple, tomato, kale, radish, strawberry. It just has literally all the fruits and veggies you could think of in here. And it doesn't taste bad. And it doesn't smell bad either. So yeah, I would typically add a scoop, but because I am pregnant, I will ask my physician first. So let's go ahead and start. I would typically use my juicer, but I do find that the juicer does make a lot, like a big batch, and that huge batch of juice would fill up literally like 6 of these, and I would rather consume them every other day fresh and make a fresh batch in the blender versus doing a huge batch that's worth a week's worth in the juicer. And I don't want to do that because by the 6th day, by the last day when I'm drinking the last one, it kind of doesn't taste so fresh and I don't really like it anymore. So I'd rather do fresh batches every other day. And to each their own. Everyone has their own preferences. If you are if you're like on a tight schedule, running out of time, if you just want to get it over with every Sunday, every week, I would recommend using the juicer. But if you are on a budget and you rather just consume fresh ingredients every other day, I would recommend just a plain old blender. And I think it's more economic, and it's much easier too to clean as well. So I'm just going to quickly skin the cucumber, and people would typically leave the skin on, but I rather not. That's just my personal preference. So I'm just gonna start just throwing them in there just so they could stay. And the garbage, I'm just gonna put it back in this little bowl. So the next thing that I'm gonna cut is this batch of celery. This is a lot of celery, but celery is really good for you. It has a ton of water as well. I already washed it, so this is it. That's the celery. The green apple. I love green apples. I used to eat them all the time when I was younger, just by themselves, because I used to love that sour taste. You know, like the Sour Patch Kids, that's what it would taste like to me. So I'm gonna leave that there. Of course, your lemon, I'm gonna do that last. And a piece of, I was gonna say garlic. A piece of, I lost my train of words. What is going on? What is it called? I forgot. I just said it earlier too. I don't know why I always confuse this with garlic. Like the name of it. What's it called? Someone help. I forgot the name of this. What is this called? I forgot. And this is kind of tough to peel. You have to get like in those crevices, and just be careful, guys. Don't cut yourselves. I have cut myself doing this before. And if you find that it's super hard to get in these crevices, just cut it. I'm just gonna cut it, and that's it. And this, I'm gonna cut it into smaller pieces. Okay, there you go. And the lemon. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out, this garbage out real quick. And I'm gonna use it later on to drain my juice in here. So this is the old fashioned way, using a blender. You would not have to do this if you were using a juicer. And also the difference between the juicer and the blender. In the blender, I'm going to add water, and in the juicer, it literally just it literally just juices out a concentrate of the veggies. So you would have to add water into your little glasses or cups or whatever you use. I would say like at least halfway add some water, and then add some of the juice from the juicer, because it's very concentrated. But I'm going to be using water in the blender, so I don't have to do that step. So let me go ahead and get some water. I should have done this beforehand. And now I'm just gonna do half and half of the ingredients, so it's not all bunched up in there. So you wanna cut it into pieces, because if not, the blender's just gonna get stuck. So there we go. Toss it in there. some of this out. So it's half and half. And now the celery. And you want to let it blend for a long time, guys. And I'm gonna squeeze the lime in there. Squeeze it as much as you can. There you go. And now to add some water. Let me go ahead and get some water. Okay, let's add it in there. And make sure it's cold water, guys. You don't want to do this with warm water. It's going to taste really bad. Okay, so now we start blending. Start with the lowest. While that's doing its thing, I'm going to just cut the other pieces. I'm going to put on high. That for so long. You could either drink it straight up like this, or with the pulp, or drain it how I'm doing it. And I'm just gonna drain it because I just like the water itself, even though it's healthy to drink it whole. To each their own preference. So here we go. I'm just gonna use a spoon to really let it drain faster, because if you don't use a spoon, you're just gonna be waiting all day. If you're a really healthy, super healthy person, I would recommend eating it with the pulp, because these are fibers and this is super healthy for you. But if you're like me and don't like too much pulp, then I would just drain it like how I'm doing it. Okay. And you see, I only used a little bit of ingredients. I didn't use too much. I only used a small batch of celery, 1 apple, and 1 cucumber and 1 lime, and a small piece of I don't know why I can't get the word. a small piece of this. And look, it's already, I'm not done yet. Like, it's making a lot. So let's go ahead and put this to the side. I'm just gonna put it here and drain the rest. And then that's it, guys. I'm just gonna do the rest off camera, and I'm gonna drink this bad boy right now. And I would say drink it once a day, especially in the mornings before breakfast. This is really going to help you guys lose weight, lose all that belly fat. And yeah, guys. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, because it's hard to pour from a bowl, I'm gonna pour it into here. Look, perfect. And I'm just gonna pour it into, now I'm gonna pour it into here. And this will be my, this will be my everyday. This is gonna make a good it's gonna make only two of these. So it's good for until tomorrow, which is perfect. And look, there's some left over. So you wanna store this in the fridge. And voila, you're good to go. Let's taste it. It tastes really bitter. If you don't want it to taste so bitter, add this. I think I'm gonna add some of this because it's a little bitter for me. So yeah, guys, this is how I make my juice. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to answer any of your comments, questions, or concerns. Don't forget to drink your greens if you don't like to eat them, because it's gonna fuel the rest of your day. Oh my God, it tastes so much better with the agave. So much better. Bye, guys.